Picture this. It's raining. You're on a motorway doing 70 miles per hour. You hit a puddle. And for one terrifying second, your steering goes completely light. The car isn't responding. You're not driving anymore. You're floating. That moment has a name. It's called aquaplaning. And the only reason it doesn't happen on every wet road, every single day, is because of those grooves cut into your tires. Those grooves are doing something extraordinary. And most drivers have no idea what. A brand new tire comes with roughly 8 millimeters of tread depth. Those grooves aren't decorative. They are precision-engineered channels designed to do one job. Move water out from under the tire before it destroys your grip. Here's the physics. When your tire hits a wet road, water builds up in front of the contact patch. That's the small area of rubber roughly the size of your hand actually touching the road. If that water can't escape, it acts like a wedge. It lifts the tire off the surface. Once the tire is sitting on a film of water instead of tarmac, you have zero traction. No braking. No steering. Nothing. The grooves solve this by giving water a route to escape. Channeled outward and behind the tire at extraordinary speed. In heavy rain, a single tire can displace 1 gallon of water every second. 1 gallon. Per second. Per tire. That is what's happening underneath your car every time it rains. So what happens as those grooves wear down? A new tire starts at 8 millimeters. The legal minimum in the UK is 1.6 millimeters. But the real danger starts well before that. Once tread depth drops below 3 millimeters, stopping distances increase dramatically. At the legal minimum of 1.6 millimeters, wet braking distances are up to 44% longer than at 3 millimeters. That translates to 44 extra meters, roughly 10 car lengths, to stop in an emergency. At 50 miles per hour. That is the difference between stopping safely and hitting whatever is in front of you. And aquaplaning becomes a serious risk above 40 miles per hour on a wet road. The less tread you have, the less water your tire can shift. The lower the speed at which aquaplaning begins. A tire at 1.6 millimeters is already failing to channel water fast enough in heavy rain. Here is the part most people don't realize. At 1.6 millimeters your tire is technically legal. But tire manufacturers, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents, and every independent safety body unanimously recommend replacing tires at 3 millimeters. Not 1.6 millimeters. The difference between 1.6 millimeters and 3 millimeters is 0.4 millimeters, less than the thickness of a bank card. And yet that fraction of rubber is the line between controlled braking and a crash. Drive below 1.6 millimeters and your car fails its MOT. Get caught on the road and the fine is up to £2,500 per tire. For illegal tires. That's a potential £10,000 fine and 12 penalty points. Enough to lose your license immediately. So how do you check right now? Take a 20p coin. Push it into the main tread groove. If you can see the outer raised band around the edge of the coin, your tread may already be at or below the legal limit. If the rubber covers that band completely, you're above 1.6 millimeters. But remember, 1.6 millimeters is not safe. It's just legal. 3 millimeters is your real target. Most modern tires also have built-in wear indicators. Small raised bars sitting at the base of the grooves. When your tread reaches those bars, that tire is finished. Not almost finished. Finished. Those grooves are the difference between control and chaos. They are why you can brake in the rain, steer at speed, and not aquaplane every time the road is wet. When they're gone, your car becomes a fundamentally different and far more dangerous machine. 8 millimeters when new. Change them at 3 millimeters. Never let them reach 1.6 millimeters. That is the grip between you and a very bad day.